All right, so Painsmith. Painsmith's going to be the first boss where we may have more wipes than all the other bosses, and it's the first kind of jump up in difficulty. Painsmith is a lot of personal responsibility and positioning. So that's the biggest thing you need to take into account in this fight. Also, we want to be very, very good about swapping the balls and killing them instantly. Just like dutiful attendance on Council in Castle Nathria, killing the ball instantly, it's not as big of a deal as dutiful attendance because we don't get the damage decrease debuff. So we're not going to lose downtime on boss, but what it is, it's going to make the entire fight safer at all. Because if we kill that ball instantly, like if the ball spawns on, let's say the ball spawns on Skull, right? It's rolling towards us. If we kill it here, the tanks have the option, the whole raid can wait. The tanks have the option of running out with the debuff and putting it here. We also have a lot more time before the traps, all that kind of stuff. So everyone needs to swap to the ball. Boomkins are really good for this. You should be saving up all your astral power and going into an eclipse and just pumping 3-star surges into it. That's going to destroy this ball. Same with other people that have burst, marksman hunters, any type of like mage class or whatever you have that has like initial little burst. Just blow this ball up, and the sooner it's dead, the safer we're going to be throughout the fight. For the chain people, excuse me, you're always going to go to somewhat in the center. So like moon, square, X, skull. That's where the chain people are going to be, where everyone else is in the middle. And then traps are always going to go the opposite corner of where the tank goes. For tanking in this fight, you want to always try to go to the same spot every single time if you can, because it'll just make trap placement second nature to people, and people will get used to where they go, will get used to where they, all that kind of stuff. And you can generally put them in somewhat like this order. We can have them a little farther apart, but they need to always go opposite corner of what we're doing. So if the tank happened to go to triangle because it was safe for him, then they would go to circle. If the tank happened to go to star, again, they would go to diamond. So they're always directly opposite of where the tank is going to go. Other than that, it's just kill the balls. These people really need to be late on going through. If you have any type of blink, mage, knight, fae, warlock, again, any blink class, you can blink over the balls. Especially if you have the chains going around you, you need to make sure that you do that almost every single time, because it's going to save a lot of deaths, a lot of headaches. You should go over it instantly. That way, it gives these amount of people more room. And if you are a class that, let's say the Druid's Night Fae, he can blink over the ball and go over here safely, while the Shaman can't. What that does is it makes the Shaman have more room to work. He's not gonna be fighting for position on the Druid. If you also have the chain and there's no spikes coming at you, you can also just wait right here, and you can even wait in a line if you have these. If the ball's dead, you don't have to run through it. You literally can just wait right here, because if we kill it fast enough, the tank's doing its thing. You're going to be in the right position every single time. And remember, when you have the rotation should be, let's say a ball spawns on X. How the rotation's going to look is these people are all just pretty much going to stay here, and these chain people are just going to do this. All you do is you just rotate, just like this, every single time. You always want to be in the center, because that's the ball we're going to be killing. So that's why, again, you don't have to run through right away. There's nothing telling you that you have to, unless obviously if spikes are coming and you need to dodge them, that's fine. Or if you have a blink, you can go over instantly. But if you don't, just wait right in the center. Everyone else is going to run through. There's no reason you have to. You can just stay here, plant, be safe. Once the balls are over, then you can adjust. But you really don't have to. It just allows you more boss time damage, or less movement, which means you're not worried about too much stuff. It's just going to make it a lot easier. And then P2 is all personal responsibility. What we'll probably do, which is where the spikes come from Skull to Moon, and there's safe spots and there's swirlies. What we're going to do is we're pretty much going to split our raid group up into two. We're going to have a front portion and a back portion, pretty much. It's just going to make swirlies easier. I will try to call out when swirlies are spawning. There's two ways of doing it. I guess I'll just make another raid plan real quick so you can kind of see it. So when the spikes come out, so they're coming from Skull, and they're going towards Moon. So if, let's say that this square is safe from the spikes coming out. So we have spike, So you get the idea. This portion is safe, and the spikes are not just one row, they're 3 rows. So it'd be something like this. But anyways, you get the idea. Let's say this thing is safe. What you want to do as the spikes are coming, you don't want to be this close. Let's say that they're actually, let's go right here. What you want to do is you want to run through and then and get in position. What you don't want to do, you can wait if the swirlies are spawning. If we're in a nice group, a nice balled up group, we can wait for swirlies and then run, and wait for swirlies and then run, which is the most efficient way of doing it, but it also takes the most coordination and is harder to do. A safe thing to do as well is as soon as you see the clear spot, just run through and run back towards the center. If you're sitting here waiting, what you're going to do is if you have like a healer that's chilling right here or whatever you can always run backwards. But if he's somehow stuck because let's say like a melee's like chilling out back here, this healer now is in a bad position if swirlies spawned here and here. So what you do is as soon as you get to the clear spot, either wait as a group, like I said before, but if coordination's not there, what you do is this person would run through, this person would run through, this person would. Now you have all this room here where there's no spikes to run and dodge swirlies, which is a lot more room than when you just have this tiny little passageway. Again, we'll probably have 2 groups just to make it easier, but that's what we want to do. If I would prefer if we could try to stack and then move as the swirlies come out, but if you can't, run through, get clear, be safe, find the next one, and run through. P2 is just all personal responsibility in surviving. It's going to take a little bit of practice to get used to, but it shouldn't be too hard once we get it down. The hardest part of the fight is just all the mechanics coming at us in the actual phase itself.